Welcome back to Star City in Sydney. Michael Chevello ringside with Mark the Hammer Castanini, and listen to the ovation. Listen to them raise the roof of Star City as John Halford cuts his way through this capacity crowd. This is the moment that John Halford has waited his whole life for. This is his moment in the spotlight, his moment to be great as he takes on the world super middleweight champion, the Prince Amir Shapapur. For Halford, there is no turning back. He has come this far, and if he can defeat the Prince here tonight, he will capture the golden strap.
Well, John Halford, all the way from Tamworth Fighting Arts. He's the head instructor there. Teaches traditional karate and also kickboxing and boxing. Big challenge for him.
Well, it's time to go a little crazy, folks. It's time to let loose. Making his way to the ring is a three-time world champion, the showstopper, the man from Persia. They call him the Prince, Amir Shapapur. The man from Iran who has fought all over the world remains undefeated here in Australia. The question is, can John Halford pull off an upset and defeat the Prince here tonight, Hammer?
Well, the Prince, as you said, undefeated in Australia since he's arrived, and he's put on a lot of good battles. He's renowned as being a slow starter. Starts very slow, very flamboyant fighter though. He'll take a knock and smile, and is technically very, very good. Fought in Thailand and all over the world. And there's the gyrating world title belt of the Prince, and that's what John Halford wants, and he wants it bad.
Ladies and gentlemen, we would ask you to be upstanding for the playing of the respective national anthems. To sing Advance Australia Fair, Becca. We ask you to remain standing for the playing of the Iranian national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, it is main event time. This bout for the ISKA World Middleweight title. In the red corner, he hails from Tamworth. He is the South Pacific and Intercontinental Kickboxing boxing champion, who represented Australia in full contact karate. He is here tonight with dreams of grandeur, John the Hammer HALLFORD. His opponent in the red corner, a two-time world Muay Thai champion, formerly from Iran, now based in Melbourne, undefeated in Australia. He is the world middleweight champion, Prince Amir.
Well, you can cut the atmosphere here at Star City Casino with a knife, folks. It is electrifying.
Gentlemen, you both got your instructions earlier tonight. Do I have any questions from either camp? No questions? Gentlemen, you will listen for and obey my instructions at all times. Understood? Good luck, gentlemen. Touch gloves.
This capacity crowd on the edge of their seats. The time for talk is over. We are ready to get underway for the world middleweight title between the Prince, Amir Shafapur, and John HALLFORD from Tamworth.
Guys,
Your third man in centre ring for this world title fight will be Billy Soulis. Michael Chevello ringside with the hammer, Mark Castanini. Ready and waiting, here we go. We're rumbling in the first round of action. John HALLFORD opening up there with some steady hands.
Work your way out of there. Get your hands
Just
free.
backing Shafapur into his red corner.
As I said earlier, Michael, Amir Shafapur, the Prince, is renowned for being a slow starter. It's going to be interesting to see if John HALLFORD's going to try and take advantage of that fact. It's somewhat in Amir's game plans that he plays possum a little bit in the first and second round, and he's very cagey and doesn't do a great deal. Just has a real good look at his opponents and sees what they have to offer. That is very much the Thai style of fighting. They start very slow in Thailand because they fight 5 by 3 minute rounds.
And of course, John HALLFORD coming from a Kyokushin full contact karate background, similar to yours, Hammer.
Well, obviously, that's right. I started also in full contact karate. It's where you fight full contact, no gloves, no pads, just a groin guard and a mouth guard if you wish. And there's full contact punching and kicking to the body. Kicks are allowed to the head, but no punches to the head. Kicks allowed to obviously the legs and also knees, but without any grappling. So John HALLFORD will be a skilled fighter when it comes to the kicking, but I know, and talking to John in the past, boxing is a bit of a passion for him, and he's working quite closely with a boxing trainer at the moment.
John HALLFORD now bringing on some of the heavy artillery here in the first round. Prince Amir just dances out of the way of trouble. John HALLFORD, a man with the stare of a villain, the power and skills of a hero. Can he take the world title from Amir here tonight? That right round kick just whistles past the face of the Prince.
John HALLFORD looking extremely focused here tonight. Michael is right on the money. He's focused, and he wants this. He wants this title badly.
Well, there's the end of the first round of action. Hammer, how do you see that one?
Even first round, as I said, Amir's done what he's always done in the past. He's started slow, had a bit of a look at HALLFORD. HALLFORD has got in some good tidy hand combinations, and there's a bit of a welt under the left eye of the Prince, where he was caught with probably a short right or a short right hook from HALLFORD. And there's instructions from Tarek Solak to Amir, don't box him, kick him. And that's where HALLFORD's strong point is. He's turned the tides on his past training. Kyokushin fighters are renowned for their powerful kicks, but John HALLFORD's gone a little bit against the grain, and his, as I said, his passion is boxing. He likes to box, and certainly he's outboxed Amir in that first round.
Seconds down, round two.
Okay, seconds down, let's go.
We're ready to get it on in the second round of action. A large mouth under the left eye of Prince Amir. Actually, I'll call that one a small rodent. It's pretty big there, Hammer.
Yeah. And that tattoo on HALLFORD's left chest there, left pec, if you're wondering what that is, that's actually the kanji, or the insignia of Kyokushin karate. All Kyokushin students have that on their uniforms John Halford's gone one step further. He's got the thing tattooed on his body, so that shows his commitment to the style.
Hands-free work out of there.
Nice inside leg kick off the right leg there from Prince Amir. Turns Halford around, just misses with the right hand. John Halford, a picture of focus and determination here in centering, just backing Amir into the red corner. Nice kick to the ribs there from Prince Amir. Halford, a very crisp technician.
He's got a good array of kicks, Halford. He hasn't let too many go at this stage, but you know, he can pull all sorts of kicks out at various angles. Everything from axe kicks, round kicks, spinning kicks. He hasn't shown any yet.
Nice right uppercut in close there from Prince Amir. Just rocked the head back of John Halford. But Halford isn't fazed by anything that Amir has thrown at him so far. There was a nice clubbing left hand from Amir, but just a slip really there for Halford.
And he got caught with that kick. Amir letting the kick go after the slip, but obviously had his momentum up, and sometimes it's hard to pull that technique mid-motion.
Super promoter Tarek Solak has done it once again, folks. A stellar crowd here at Star City, and a nice left hand there from John Halford. That one will score a count against the Prince Amir. And he acknowledges it, nodding his head, saying, yep, you clocked me with that one, Halford.
Well, Amir's been put down once or twice before, and usually he comes back with a barrage. He comes back very hard from those knocks as he powers in with that sweeping leg kick to the inside right thigh of Halford.
The crowd really rallying behind both men. There's the end of the round. How do you see that one, Mark?
Well, it's good, obviously, with Amir getting the count. That one's got to go Halford's way. And Halford, his game plan's changed from what the Solak camp would have expected. They would have expected him to be a power leg kicker. Instead, Halford's changed that and confused their game plan a little by being proficient in the boxing department instead. How much pressure is on Amir to pull this fight off after that statement by Solak. There's that kick just as Halford went down. Nice short left sends Amir backward and down for the count. Halford looking very, very composed and very, very clean. His techniques are coming out nice and crisp, and he's looking superbly fit here tonight.
Well, fellow Tamworth kickboxers Mark Tyson and Michael Maisie in the corner of John Halford. It's happening here at Star City Casino in Sydney. The world middleweight title on the line. Halford opening up with a high right round kick. Very tentative start to this third round.
Just measuring off. This is the difference between inexperienced and experienced fighters. An experienced fighter won't just go gung-ho throwing technique where he doesn't have to. He'll look for an opening, wait for it, and then fire. Nice side kick there by the Prince. The inexperienced fighter, they come barreling in. They hit all sorts of, all sorts of weird angles and clash elbows and knees and all the rest of it. But these boys are not going to waste the shot. They're going to try and make everything count.
Round kick off the right leg there from Prince Amir. One of his best weapons, that whipping round kick into the ribs. Halford just leads him to the left. Amir pokes him back. Nice leg kick to the lead leg. Amir acknowledges that one. Good short right hand there from Prince Amir. Halford with the height and reach advantage, just bringing those leg kicks down onto the thigh of Amir, chopping away with the shin, and a glancing right hand there from the Prince. That large lump under his left eye. Whips the high right round kick to the head of John Halford. Halford cool, calm and composed as ever.
With that lump under Amir's left eye, Amir's got to be wary of that. He should keep that left hand up, because obviously when the lump and the swelling occurs, another knock or two on it and what you'll get is a cut. And of course if he gets a cut, that could be a premature stoppage.
Comments from the recent victor in Thailand, Mark the Hammer Castanini ringside with Michael Chavello, and a nice left hand there from the Hammer, John Halford.
Well, there's hammers all over the place, Michael.
Well,
more hammers than a building site.
Two hammers is better than one. John Halford doing an excellent job so far in this fight.
Certainly John Halford doing the name proud anyway, and putting it all together, looking composed and finishing with a nice leg kick there on the Prince. And the Prince has really got to get it together, because John Halford is steadily, slowly but surely putting it all together and piling up the points on the judges' scorecards.
Just trick him off a cage. Just one good punch, I think he'll be fine.
Don't box with him.
The lovely ring girls looking superb here tonight. Tarek Solek, renowned for having those lovely ring girls. I'm sure there's people that come to these shows just to see the ring girls, Michael.
I know I do.
How you feel? Tell me honestly, tell me how you feel. Okay, I promise you, you are a 12-round fighter, he's not. Okay, you've been through a lot of wars, he hasn't. You can turn this fight around. You only lost 1 or 2 rounds. It's a 12-round fight out of it. You're a slow starter, though, but
Well, an interesting comment there from Tarek Solek telling Amir that Halford is not a 12-round fighter and that Amir has been through more wars than Halford has. And actually, if you look at the career of Amir, it's quite literal there. He did serve in the front line of the Iran-Iraq war.
Well, there you go. He's been in more wars than in and out of the ring, I suppose. And he's a tough competitor, and he's a nice fella to boot. Michael, we've had dealings with him, obviously, via Blitz and International Kickboxer magazine. You've interviewed the man many times, and I've had a lot of dealings with him. And he's a hell of a nice guy. A good individual, Prince Amir.
Well, Amir is everything that encapsulates a true world champion. There's a nice left hand to the jaw from John Halford. Chops away at the lead leg round kick.
And John Halford, another gentleman of the sport, always very humble. And he's starting to open up with his kicks now. Dropped an axe kick earlier. Starting to show a bit of variety and not just rely on his boxing skills. He's bringing his legs into the contest now and landing some clean punches. Beautiful,
excellent punching combination there from John Halford. Amir nods at him and says, yes, you clocked me again. While John Halford continues to find the way through the open guard of Prince Amir. Amir just checks the low kick.
Well, that check, of course, is how you negate a leg kick. Halford trying to attack the thigh, and the leg check is, of course, when you raise your shin off to the side, and basically it's a sort of shin-on-shin technique.
The axe kick there from John Halford. What a stunning technique it is. Where are you looking to connect with that one, Hammer?
Well, you're trying to get your heel to the bridge of your opponent's nose, possibly break the nose. Top of the head could knock the opponent out, or on the shoulder you can break the collarbone if you generate enough force. They're the 3 primary targets. Look at that lightning fast lead leg of Halford, that left lead leg round kick.
John Halford is slowly but surely picking apart the Prince Amir Shafapur. A very methodical, calculating fighter is John Halford.
Here's the Prince now stepping up the pace a bit, landing a nice rib kick there.
The axe again from Halford off the rear leg.
Just pulled it up because he realised that the Prince was out of range. What a good round. What an excellent round that one was.
Another strong round of action from John Halford. And let's listen into the corner here.
Breathe. Relax it down. That's it, mate. He's warming up, mate. He's warming up. That's it. Step in with that jab. Watch your jabs. Do it just here. Bang. Straight on me. Even if it's a left jab, right up at that left hook. And after you throw those techniques,
Well, there's Mark Tyson's advice to John Halford. But John Halford, as I said, is a senior instructor at Tamworth Fighting Arts. He knows what he has to do in there. He's been in the ring before. He's fought full contact karate and he's fought kickboxing, and he's putting it all together very nicely. Thank you very much indeed here tonight.
every round, mate. Every round you won. Where is it, mate?
I wouldn't disagree with that comment from the corner. Halford at this stage putting it all together. Amir, as his corner said in the previous round, you're a slow starter, and we can expect to see him pick up the pace. He did a little in that last round, and he's going to probably go for it now.
We're into the 5th stanza. We are scheduled for 12. John Halford vying for the world middleweight title, currently held by the Prince, left of screen. A nice wicked turning kick there from John Halford. Showing excellent agility with those turning kicks and axe kicks throughout the fight so far is Halford.
Well, 5 rounds in to be throwing a turning kick like that just shows how he's feeling.
Beautiful back kick from John Halford. Forces Amir back and he smiles at him and says, yep, you got me with that one.
Well, often Thai style, when you get hit, you get hurt, you smile to try and demoralise your opponent. And that's what Amir's doing by smiling. He was probably hurt, but you never show that to the opponent because that just builds their confidence further.
John Halford must be incredibly confident here in the 5th round. Still headhunting after the Prince Amir Shafapur.
He's landed some good clean shots, Halford. He's certainly got his eye in, especially in the kicking department. But spinning back kick or turning back kick, landing flush to the midsection.
Nice step up jab there from John Halford. Fires in the right hand. A solid left hand to the jaw. Smack bang on the kisser from John Halford. Fires the leg kick to the lead leg. One to the inside left leg.
The Prince has got to up the pace here. A little bit tentative, landed a couple of good jabs in this round. There's the step-up jab. He's landed him a couple of times, but he's just not following up off the jab. The Prince has got to land the jab and then come in with something else and keep the scoring card ticking over.
John Hawford just sizing him up. Amir wades in with a straight left. Hawford covers up against the right hand and turns him around to the left. Another big left from John Hawford. John Hawford certainly looking the goods here in the 5th round against Prince Amir. Can Amir fire back now? A high left round kick to the head there from John Hawford, caught him sweetly. And a leg kick to the lead leg to end the round there from John Hawford, Mark.
Well, if you say John Hawford once more, Mark, I'm going to strangle you. But Amir is certainly not looking himself here tonight. He's certainly been caught a few times by Hawford. He's moving very well, but Amir, have a look at his face. He's just looking flat. He's not looking himself at all here, the Prince. And Hawford's confidence will just be going through the roof. He'll be feeling on top of the world at this stage. There's that turning back kick. That's textbook stuff. Planted it, flush, and Amir showing no pain, not letting Hawford get too confident. Coming back with a nice right of his own, but just off target. And Hawford in the blue shorts, just working well, composed, putting it all together. His timing and he's finding his mark just spot on.
Ready to go in round 6 of 12. Can Amir fire back now? A traditional slow start of the Prince, and a glancing right round kick there, just whistling past his face yet again from Hawford. Amir just measuring him. Works that round kick to the ribs ever so well off the rear leg, does Prince Amir.
Hawford
with the lead leg kick.
He calls him on after taking that round kick, but I tell you what, Amir can let him go.
Step up side kick from Amir, then dances out of the way of trouble.
Hands off.
Clever footwork there from the Prince. Hawford thought about the front kick. Nice punching combinations, went upstairs, then went to the body, did Hawford.
Good solid punching. He's really putting it together well. Hawford here tonight is really working those punches from the shoulder. They're not just arm punching. He's putting his whole body weight and his shoulder, kicking those punches in with his shoulder. And the Prince has got to be feeling them.
Amir needs some answers for what John Hawford is throwing at him at the moment. Hawford continues to pick him apart. Amir waiting with the left hook. Stinging left there from Hawford. Amir with the high right round kick. Nice leg kick to the lead thigh there from John Hawford. There's the huge left hand from Hawford. Amir's wobble. He goes down. In goes Solak. It's over.
Well, Tarek Solak jumping into the ring there.
It's over.
Amir is not happy. He's not happy with the stoppage.
John Hawford is the new middleweight champion of the world.
Well, what can I say, Michael? Look at Amir. He was certainly dropped. He was certainly hurt. And Solak, obviously their friendship and their camaraderie is, he's wanted to look after the Prince. But John Hawford, look at him. He's just lapping it up.
Prince Amir has suffered his first defeat in Australia. In doing so, he has lost the world middleweight title to this man, John Hawford. Let's have a look at it again, Hammer.
Landed the short right and then come back very, very tightly with that left hook. And then just tried to put the right hand as the sealer. And Amir was certainly out there. He was in a spot of bother. Dropped to his knees. And there you see it there. He's turned. And that was the danger time there. Solak straight through the ropes, but Amir's a seasoned campaigner. Possibly he could have gone on, but the fighter's health is of paramount importance, and Solak wanted to look after his boy, and a stoppage. He lives to fight another day without getting too badly banged up. But Amir, I'm sure he would have loved to continue.
Congratulations to John Halford. It was very sharp and done very well. But just before you go, I want to hear out something. I'm a man of my word. I closed my gym down. I'm not a trainer anymore because tonight we got humiliated. And it's all my fault, not my fighters. Listen, hey, listen. If you got a bit of respect, you listen. Because we ended up both to come out here on a different curve. We put out 6 fighters. We tried our best, but hear me out first. I will not train anyone again, okay? But it's more my fault than my fighters because I've been more of a promoter lately than a trainer, and they're not getting the right attention. And I love them from my heart. I'm not going to let them get hurt. Now, if you do appreciate kickboxing, you saw good fights. You'll give them both a hand. Bad luck, we lost. Thank you very much.
Well, Tarek Solak dropping the bomb and being true to his word as he always is.
Ladies and gentlemen, John Halford. First, I'd like to say, without Tarek, this show wouldn't be a show. I mean, you people here in Sydney wouldn't be able to come to Star City and watch this show. I've been training now for 12 years. This is my ultimate dream. And Tarek Solak, give me the opportunity. You wouldn't believe how hard I've been training. I've had a big week. Without Tarek Solak, kickboxing in Australia wouldn't be kickboxing in Australia. He's the biggest promoter, and as he just said then, he finds it hard to promote. I done it myself last week. It's so hard to promote and also to train fighters. Please give Tarek a big hand. He's a legend in the sport. Well, Prince Amir, 3 times world champion. As they say, when my manager over here sitting ringside, Robert Murdoch, got me the fight, you think in your head, geez, 3 times world champion and first crack at a world title, and I took on a big challenge, and I come up to the challenge, and I thank all you people here. Let me say, Tarek's trying to do something for kickboxing in New South Wales, in Sydney. So I thank all you people here tonight for turning up because you've made it a great show. Regrets to Prince, who lost his title, but he still holds another 2 world titles. Prince is a very accomplished fighter. He goes up and down in weight. He is a welterweight, he is a super welterweight, and now he's a middleweight champion of the world. So give him a hand up. So many people to thank you. I'll just quickly run through them. Rob Murdoch, my manager. Thank you very much for the fight, Robert. I love you. My old trainers back in town, Mark Tyson, Steve for all the work he done, straight my hands and working in the earlier of my career. Michael Maisie, my best mate, and he's been training with me now for 12 years, and without him I wouldn't be here. I'd like to thank Glenn and all the boys for coming out. I'd like to thank the people over here from Tamworth. They travelled all the way down to watch me fight. I've got a little school up in Tamworth. I've got about 50 students in it, and they're all legends. There's so many people I've got to thank. I thank my corner, Tarek, everyone that's involved, Silvio for coming up, running Blitz Magazine, International Kickboxer. It's a pleasure to have him here to watch the fights ringside. I'd like to thank the doctors, all the officials, Boxing Authority, Tony Batten. I'd like to thank the doctor very much, and most of all you people for supporting me. Thank you very much.